My name is John Avalos, and I'm running for Supervisor in District 11. And I'm really honored and proud to stand here before you as a candidate, as your candidate for Supervisor. And it's really rare for someone who is really from the community and for the community, who gets to run for Supervisor, who gets to represent the interests of families and working people and seniors. That is not something that happens every day. And it's really been based on the kind of work that I've done with countless people around San Francisco and around District 11 in this neighborhood. We brought people together around designing this park, making sure we have nice play structure. We brought people together around the library, making sure we can design the library in a way that works for our families. And it's really about how we can bring people together to say what we need for our community, for our city. And that's my idea of change. We all talk about change. We all talk about the need for new government, for government to be more responsive here in San Francisco. And I believe government's not responsive because we're doing favors for people. Government's responsive because people are demanding and organizing and saying what they want government to do. And government's listening to that. And as an organizer and someone who's worked in this community, and knows that what the community needs, what the community wants, those are the kind of things that I want to share. I want to share my experience, and I want to be able to listen and hear what you need and what we need to work on together in our community. We have such great needs in District 11. Really great needs. At the top of my list that I want to be able to work on is how we can make San Francisco and this district more family friendly. And if we can make District 11 more family friendly, we make it friendly, we make it good for everybody, for seniors, for every people who don't even have families. We're making the streets safer, we're making the streets cleaner, we're improving our schools, we're making our parks better, we're linking up people to jobs. The other thing I want to work on as supervisor, and to work with you, is to make sure that we have greater access to jobs and greater access to economic development. Something that in District 11 has been passed over for far too long. We have great resources in District 11. We have City College right on our border. We have San Francisco State, which is right on our border. We have incredible education facilities, but we don't always have the access we have there. So how do we increase that? I want to work closely with City College, the new dean, and residents and youth to make sure that we can have the kind of access we need. Because really, if we're able to get jobs for young people, if we're able to get jobs for young adults, we're going to be able to remake this community, remake this neighborhood the way we want it to be. For me, and often we talk about politics being a dirty word, and for me, actually, politics is actually really about social justice. It's about improving people's lives. And that's how I spent my last 20 years of my life, fighting for social justice, fighting to make sure that people have equity in their lives, improve schools, better neighborhoods, affordable housing. And one of the top things that I find in our district that we really need to make sure that people are well served is our immigrant community. And in San Francisco, I'm really proud that San Francisco is a sanctuary city. Because regardless of where you live, where you come from, your family has been here for only a matter of time. A lot of us have been here only a short period of time, but immigrants are what built this city. And without immigrant labor, we wouldn't have food, we wouldn't have restaurants, we wouldn't have buildings. And so I really think this city is great that we can give back, and we could do much more. And there are a lot of people who actually are struggling on the streets because they don't have firm pathways to citizenship. And I think the city can do more to do that. I had a lot of things I wanted to say.
You're doing well, John.
I have two kids who are in public school, and being a parent and working with the school district has been one of the hardest challenges of my life, because our children were born. My daughter was born very early. She needed a lot of help in this world to get by, and it's really been working hard to make sure that our school district is much more accountable to our children. It's been a struggle, it's been a fight to make that happen. And I wouldn't be able to do this without care and support, without the support of all kinds of people across the community. I'm running for supervisor, and I'm not getting money from, I'm running for supervisor. I'm not getting money from downtown corporations. I'm not getting money from big players, big lobbyists. I'm able to do that because we have a public financing program in San Francisco. And the public financing program in district elections makes it possible for everyday people like me to run for office. And that's why I want to be able to be your supervisor to make that happen. But I need your help and I need your support. This campaign is one that's going to be won in the streets. It's going to be one that's going to be won neighbor to neighbor, people talking to people. It's going to be one about tearing down the boundaries that exist between us, our ethnic groups and our communities. Because when it really comes down to it, District 11 is a really small place. And whether you're Latino or Asian or Filipino or white, we all have the same values. We all have the same things we want together. We want better schools for our families. We want safer streets. And all these things that unite us together and make us one. It can make us have the best district we can have. So I need your help. I need your support to make that happen. Some of the things that we have petitions that we're gathering to qualify me for the ballot. And we're actually looking to get about 2,000 signatures to qualify me. We actually need 1,000, but 2,000 is a good number. Because 2,000 is a number that tells us we have a well-oiled machine, we have lots of volunteers, we have people who are passionate about our district and about making sure that someone who represents their interests gets in City Hall. So our table for our petitions are right here. I'd like to ask if you're a resident of District 11 is to take a couple petitions and to talk to your neighbors. Talk to your neighbors about the kind of drive that we're going to have to November. And then we're going to pull people out and make our campaign for District 11 like we've never had before. And that's going to take, it's about people coming together, people being responsible for each other. And so you can meet with Nate here at this table for that. Since I'm actually going to be a candidate who's not taking big money, I'm taking public financing, it's also really critical that I can have your support financially, whatever you can give. Obama doesn't know it, but I'm on his ticket. I'm on the Obama ticket. And Obama's got a really great strategy around fundraising. It's basically people giving $25 or $50. That's enough. And we have enough people giving that kind of money. That's what's going to make a difference in this election. So if you're able to make a small contribution today, that can help us have a really viable campaign. And people are watching. People are looking at this election, and they want to make sure that we have, outside the district, they want to make sure that we have a supervisor that might be looking out for their interests, which aren't exactly the interests we have here. And so I'm talking about downtown corporations like PG&E, which will be fighting against the Public Power Initiative that I support. There'll be the Golden Gate Restaurant Association that will be putting lots and lots of money in to support a candidate that will support their needs. There'll be like the Committee on Jobs that will be working for the biggest corporations. I won't be working with them, but I'll meet with them to see what we can do to support our district, but I won't work for them. But it's really about how you can contribute to this campaign, how you can contribute to this effort, how your energy can be part of what makes this district and what makes me be elected here in this district. So I really want to thank you for coming out tonight. I want to thank you for all the faces we have here. It's beautiful. You're all beautiful. I want to thank all the people who volunteered their time to put this on. Nate Miller, who's working out as an intern, and my wife Karen, and all the people I can't name, but thank you so much. I also want to thank Chris Daly for his support, his work. I've learned so much from Chris Daly, and he's a fabulous supervisor. He gets a raw deal, and he's done so much great work for this community, for this city, and he owes a great thanks. We owe him all great thanks for that. So again, thank you for coming out to this glorious day. Thank you for supporting my campaign, and together we can win. We're many voices, but we're one community. Many voices, one community. Many voices, one community. Thank you very much.